go. See what stage we're at. I've run out of coffee. Time to save. Okay, so what were we doing? Clear the case unsolvable. Why? We have no suspects and we have no documents.
He won't have anything relevant to tell us right now.
We're not going to manage to solve this one either. I think that's what... Couldn't find anything, could we? Silent Raven. Go back to the bakery. No, in fact, let's talk to... Oh, we'll go to the bakery. I want to see what's in there.
Have you got time for a few more questions, Mrs. Morgan?
Yes, of course.
Are you familiar with someone who goes by the name Jimbo?
No, I don't think so. Who is that?
A friend of Ronan's.
No, as I told you, I didn't know Ronan to have any friends. I especially don't recall him mentioning anyone called Jimbo.
Hey, below the stone. Good morning. It's going fine. I was just doing a first look of Black Skylands Origins. It's a pixel top-down twin-stick shooter. But I've just newly come onto here. I don't want to wrap up the case.
Those are all the questions I have for now.
All right, Mr. Fordham.
That's Emily, isn't it? Yeah. I enjoyed the twin stick shooter. Not that I was any good at it as usual, but it had a good storyline to it. This game's really good. I like this one. Although I haven't been able to... I've only managed to solve one of the cases. I haven't been doing very well at it.
No answer. Looks like you blew your chances with this place.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to manage this one either. I think we upset too many people.
What a mess.
Back in. Not a lot to click on in here.
Doesn't seem the type for idle chat. Best wait until you've got something to ask her.
I don't have anything to ask her. There was somebody that I upset and they won't talk to us anymore, so because I asked the wrong question.
I was beginning to wonder when you'd show up.
Let's see if Upton's got anything.
Well, wonder no longer. I'm here and I need to see Dr. Edwards.
Right. You know the way. Snelling isn't in today, so you're all clear.
Well, that's a relief. Thanks, Upton.
I talked to you though.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Ronan Lespay, would you?
Probably nothing more than you already know. His body is in the mortuary, and the reason for his murder is unknown. I suggest you speak with Dr. Edwards.
That was one hell of an election, wasn't it?
That it was. I don't know how he managed it, but I'm glad Leroy won.
I can't say I agree, but I'm not really surprised. Leroy may have started as something of a dark horse, but his campaign had been gaining a lot of steam leading up to the election. Pun not intended.
Yes, well, it's the Steam Tech issue that clinched it. When something like the Ligeia happens, people start to wake up and wonder if we really want contraptions like that in our lives.
You have to admit, he was playing up on people's fears. Not exactly the most honorable way of getting into office.
Fordham, since when have politics ever been honorable?
I'm guessing you can't go over this case with me either.
I have to distance myself completely from this one. So when you figure it out, you'll need to speak directly to Mrs. Morgan. I can still try and help you if there's something specific giving you trouble, though.
The whole case is giving us trouble.
I'll let you get back to work.
And you'd better do the same.
Let's go see the doctor, see if he's got anything new for us. Oh, his body's away off the table.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Edwards.
Ah, Fordham. Always a pleasure.
Have you got time for some questions?
Of course.
So what can you tell me about Ronan Lespay?
Caucasian male, approximately 27 years old. Died of blood loss as a result of being shot at close range. He was brought in 4 nights ago. I performed the post-mortem the following day. After that, his next of kin was contacted. I believe his sister came to identify the body.
Any personal opinions on what might have happened?
Well, the fact he was shot at such a close range would suggest it was done by someone he knew. And robbery doesn't appear to be a motive, since his wallet was found on the body with money in it. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
Better, I hope.
Did the post-mortem reveal anything?
Quite a few things, actually. Mr. Lespay was extremely inebriated when the shooting took place. There was enough alcohol in his blood to presume he had been drinking for hours before his death. I also managed to remove the bullet from his heart. It's a .36 caliber lead ball, standard revolver shot. It shouldn't be too hard to match to a weapon, provided you can find it.
Okay, we've got a new clue.
Did you notice anything unusual about the clothes Mr. Lespay was wearing?
Unusual? Not really. They seemed a bit big for him, but that's all.
His sister seemed convinced that they didn't belong to him.
That's a distinct possibility, but I couldn't say for sure. He could have just been a sloppy dresser.
So no murder weapons been found?
That's right. Either the killer still has it, or the police just overlooked it. If you happen across any weapons in your investigation, be sure to bring them to me. I can tell you if it matches the bullet.
Thank you, Edwards. I'll be on the lookout. What are your thoughts on the election?
There was an election?
I think our friend Edwards needs to get out a bit more.
Definitely.
How's the coroner business?
Things have been pretty dead around here lately.
Oh dear.
Don't quit your day job, Edwards. I'll be going now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham. And remember, not everyone gets to leave the morgue alive, so consider yourself lucky that you can.
Yeah, I need to go get a quick coffee because I haven't had one well over an hour now. I shall be right back. Okay, back again. So we've got a new clue to go on, so that's fine. Post-mortem results. Extremely inebriated, so he must have been in the pub. We haven't found a gun though. I wonder if she knows if there's been a gun found.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Thank
Certainly.
you.
What's on your mind?
Decor. Well, I was you read my mind there. I was going to say, why don't you have piles of bones lying about? Because the slimes usually dissolve the body, don't they? Just leave the bones. So I mean, that was the first thing that came into my head, so There's always the other part of that saying as well.
I'll let you get back to work.
And you'd better do the same.
But we can't get into there. I'm going to go back to the pub. See if the barmaid will tell us anything about the inebriation. She probably won't.
She does.
You won't talk this. And the water treatment guy doesn't really say anything.
Let's not stick around here if there's nothing more to ask about right now.
Taxidermy shop. We've been here.
Hello, and welcome to the Gripson taxidermy shop. Please let me know if I can be of service.
We haven't been here.
Is that supposed to be a lion? I wonder how many people it took to bring down this brute. There's a small button on the base.
There. Or I want to press the button. He likes pressing buttons.
Just when I thought I'd seen it all. What will they think of next? Reminds me of the one in the Dupre house, except that one actually looked alive. There's a small button on the base.
Oh, we're going to press this one as well.
Welcome to the Gripson taxidermy shop. Please enjoy our displays and be sure to consider us for all your taxidermy needs. Just a reminder, we stuff animals only.
Yukon. What else we got?
Exotic dead fauna from every other continent. You never even need to leave Vespuccia. That leads into a room with even more dead things. It's such a shame we haven't the time to stick around and explore.
Oh. Talk to the clerk.
I was wondering if you might answer some questions for me.
Of course. What can I help you with?
It did look a bit like it, didn't it?
I was told Ronan Lespay works here. Do you know him?
Ronan? Yes, of course. That is to say, I know he works here. I haven't had much interaction with him. He mostly keeps to himself.
He looks half dead
Does he
himself.
have an office or workspace I might have a look at?
Now, wait just a minute. Why would I let some random stranger off the street in to look at an employee's workspace?
Because I'm a private investigator and I'm trying to get some information.
Well, even if that is the case, I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ronan does have a workspace, but it's completely bare. He doesn't keep anything here.
Yeah, there's another name for him, isn't there? I can't think what it is though. Yeti is more the abominable snowman. So that's more the white version. Sasquatch, Canadian. Why didn't that bring anything back? Oh, there. Mete, okay. Lots of different ape-like creatures then. Various areas of the world.
Anything you can tell me about the shop?
Plenty. This is New Britannia's most sophisticated taxidermy shop. Unlike other taxidermists, we work with modern technology to get results they could only dream of.
What does that mean exactly?
Using steam tech, we are able to create the illusion of life in these beasts. Just take a look at our floor samples. The parrot and gorilla are two of our finest works. They really speak for themselves. Well, the parrot does at least. I think it would frighten our customers if the gorilla did too. And once ethericity is harnessed as a viable source of energy, we'll get even better results.
This guy is way too excited about bringing dead things back to life.
Yes, fascinating. Moving on. So how did you get this job?
Oh, it isn't a terribly exciting story, I'm afraid. I just saw an ad in the Gazette for a clerk position. I never expected to learn so much about taxidermy.
I'm sure he's amazing conversation at parties.
I had the nickname Tinfoot or Bigfoot. Both of them at high school, just because of my surname.
Were you aware that Ronan was murdered 4 nights ago?
I had no idea. That's awful. What happened?
That's what I'm currently trying to find out. Do you know if Ronan had any enemies? Anyone who might want to do him harm?
No. As I said, I didn't speak with him much, or know much about him. But now that I think about it, I did notice a strange man waiting around outside the shop a few days ago.
Oh, a strange man. Oh well, I didn't have the beard then.
Tell me about this strange man you saw.
At the time, I didn't think much of him, but the more I recall, the more I realize he was being very suspicious.
What did he do?
He just stood outside across the street, but he seemed to be focusing on the building. It was as though he was waiting for someone.
Do you remember what this man looked like?
I didn't get a very good look at him, but I do remember some things. He was tall and had a heavy build, like a boxer or a dock
Sewage
worker.
worker.
He
Sewage
had a
worker.
beard, I think, or mutton chops at the very least. And as far as I can recall, he was wearing all black. He also had on some kind of cap. I'm sorry I can't give you a better description, but that's all I was able to distinguish. My eyesight isn't very good, I'm afraid.
It'll have to do. Thank you for your help.
Okay, we have a new clue. Do we ask about the election?
Any thoughts on the recent election?
I'd really rather not talk about it. I don't know how the people of this country could put someone like Hart Leroy in charge.
I know what you mean. Leroy may be a champion of the common man, but Atwood's vision for the future is more important right now.
I couldn't agree more. Leroy wants to forsake all the technological advances of the last decade and take us back to the Dark Ages. Next thing you know, he'll be bringing slavery back.
I doubt he'd go to such extremes.
Perhaps we should drop the subject. I get a bit passionate when it comes to these sorts of things.
Thank you for your help.
I'm here to serve.
Okay, at least we've got some extra clues off of that. I get the feeling it's this guy.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Right, we'll make it quick.
I wonder if you could tell me if you saw a man of this description at the Silent Raven on election night. He's tall, strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Oh, aye. Cormac remembers seeing a fella like that.
What was he doing?
Kept going in and out of the bar. When he was inside, he stood near the voting booths, hardly moving a muscle.
And when he was outside?
That, Cormac couldn't say.
Did you notice anything else about him?
Yes, Cormac noticed him come in and speak with Nicole, the barmaid, after the commotion outside.
Oh, let's go talk to
Is that
Nicole.
right? That's very interesting. I'll let you return to your work.
Be mindful on your way out.
Mindful. Oh, don't slip on the shit. Or what?
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
I was given the physical description of a man, and I was wondering if you might recognize him if I told you.
Perhaps. Go on, then.
He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Bit vague, wouldn't you say? That covers about half our clientele.
I was afraid that might be the case. Did you notice anyone of that description here on election night?
No. Can't say I did, sorry.
Is that right? Because Cormac told me he saw you speaking with someone of that description shortly after the murder occurred.
And you believed him? Cormac's a good sort, but he's not exactly reliable.
I'd say he's twice as reliable as you are. Now tell me the truth, or I'll have you in as an accomplice to murder.
All right, relax. I don't know the man by name, but he came to me after the commotion outside and paid me a few crowns to keep my mouth shut about it. I didn't ask any more questions, and I wasn't about to refuse some extra cash. That was that, I swear.
That's not good enough. I need some way to find this man. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Well, I did notice he had a scar on his left cheek. Kind of looked like a shepherd's crook. But that's all, really.
I suppose that'll have to do. I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so we have a clue. Crook or shepherd's crook. Where are we going to find more info on that? Wonder if we talk to Cormac again.
Let's not stick around.
Right. Going in his apartment. Go back to the Crimson Cat.
He won't have anything relevant to tell us right now. I don't think he'll be much more help at the moment.
Aha. See if Upton knows anything.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Upton, I need you to put out a bulletin. There's someone I need found.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know his name. I only have a description.
All right, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Could you describe the man's height and build?
He was... Was he tall and large? Or was it short and stocky? He was tall and large, wasn't he?
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
Dark. Black.
I believe it's black.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
Yeah, his dressed all in black. A beard or mutton chops.
He has a beard, or mutton chops.
I see. Well, I'll put out the bulletin, but that's a bit of a generic description. All right. The bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
We need tall, large, dressed all in black. I think we should maybe go with that. Or cap.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly.
Can I try?
Sure. Could you just...
He's
Oh,
tall,
large.
with a large build.
All right.
Black hair. Was it black hair?
I believe it's...
Dressed all in
I
black.
was told he was dressed all in black.
I see. Well, I'll put out the bulletin, but that's a bit of a generic description. All right.
Thanks, Upton.
Did have black hair, didn't he? Doesn't say what colour of hair he had. Yeah. She didn't ask about. We didn't have the colour of the hair, did we? If she knows anything. Yeah, we need more details, don't we? See if Emily saw anything.
Have you got time for a few more questions, Mrs. Morgan?
Yes, of course.
Those are all.
All right.
Not sure why we're here. Paper. Read all that. Can't go in there. Let's go back to Ronan's apartment and see if there's any other clues we've missed.
Just looking at this painting is making me feel seasick. This mask looks African. You should try it on. It'd be an improvement. This one is scarier than the other masks. Some kind of owl mask. The hair looks incredibly familiar. Ronan wasn't too concerned with comfort, apparently. This is hardly bigger than a bunk at sea.
Bible and
No
another
title,
marked book.
and it appears to be blank. I wonder if Ronan just kept empty books on his shelf to appear well read. No title. It's in another.
Oh. Okay. You haven't missed anything. I haven't been able to get anything else more out of this.
This teacup could use a washing. I'd be surprised if it isn't permanently stuck to the desk. It's empty. Too bad. A model of the SS Joondalup. Looks like a merchant vessel to me.
Why has he got that?
October 21st, 1843. The air is growing cold and is reminding me that I need to purchase a new pair of boots for the winter. I don't think this entry will be of much interest. November 9th, 1843. I have an uneasy feeling of dread today. Last night I had a frightening dream where fire rained from the sky and people were afflicted with an awful disease. I'm just going to focus on my work today. Perhaps the feeling will pass. March 11th, 1844. I must have eaten something last night which didn't agree with me because I've had a terrible case of the runs.
Probably best to skip this one.
Agreed.
Yeah, when I was having to use my mobile last week for my work laptop, it kept disconnecting.
November 9th, 1843.
Okay.
I have last night I had. I'm just going to.
That's.
March 11th, 1844. I must have eaten something last night which didn't agree with me because I've had a terrible case of the runs.
Probably best to.
Agreed.
So.
October 21st, 18. I don't think this. March 11th.
Probably.
Agreed.
Okay, so there's nothing new in there.
Empty save for a nice collection of dust.
Yeah, I don't know. We need a better description. Maybe go back to her and ask for more details. But then they did have Pompeii, didn't they? It did come true.
She doesn't.
Why can't we
Red
get
for
in?
whiskey, or perhaps paint thinner. Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference. These advertisements. To think, in an instant, a man's life can be reduced to some scribbles on the filthy pavement.
Now's not the time to get poetic, Bill.
What a mess.
I'm a bit stuck. We go talk to Mark again.
Let's not stick around here if there's nothing more to ask about right now.
Yeah, there's an amazing amount of stuff that's survived. It's an amazing place to go and see. Definitely takes you back in time when you're walking through the streets there. I've been a couple of times now, so.
I don't think the good doctor...
See if Upton's had any response. She won't have, because we don't have enough details.
Can we talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Can I try giving you that description again? I may have more details now.
Sure, more details will definitely help. Could you describe the man's height and build?
But he was definitely tall and large.
He's tall, with a large build.
All right. What color is his hair?
Don't have that. I wonder if it was blonde. Could have been the Clark.
Blonde, unless I'm mistaken.
All right. Do you know of any unique details that might make him easier to identify?
Why is it not saying about the... Oh, distinct scar.
Yes, he has a scar on his left cheek in the shape of a shepherd's crook.
Good. That will be helpful. All right, I'll put out the bulletin. Give me a moment. All right, the bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
So what do we do in the meantime? Can we ask her
Can we
again?
talk for a moment, Upton?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
Can I try giving...
Sure. Could you?
Did we get the...
He's tall, with a...
All right.
If we say black?
Believe it.
Ah, look, it doesn't give us a scar.
I was told...
All right.
Thanks, Upton. Can we talk for...
Certainly.
Let's try the brown hair.
Can I try...
Sure. Could.
He's tall.
All right.
I'm sure...
All right.
Yeah, look, left cheek.
Yes, he has a scar on his left cheek in the shape of a shepherd's crook.
Good. All right, All right. The bulletin is out. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Upton. I appreciate the help.
Oh, there's lots of things there. I mean, there's like the underfloor heating you could see, and they had like almost like sleeping policemen, but steps across the road so you could step across. And there was like 2 gaps for the chariots to go up and down the road. See all the ovens for the bakeries, and a lot of the storage jars were still there. Some of the paintings inside some of the villas and that, it's amazing how it survived. I'm gonna go back to the taxidermy shop. He's probably not going to speak to us though. See, he's got blonde hair.
I don't think he'll be.
He also spoke to the barman after the murder took place. It's barwoman. Oh, there's so much there. It's just you can walk along the streets and just feel like you are there. We need to. I wonder if we just go back to Upton and see if she's found anything.
Can we talk?
Certain.
Can I try giving you that description again? I may have more details now.
Sure. More details will definitely help. Could you describe the man's height and build?
We're not going to get anywhere with this, are we?
He's tall, with a large.
All right.
Right, I think we'll go with blonde.
Blonde.
Hmm.
Yes.
Good. That. All right.
We'll just have to.
All right.
Thanks, Up.
Let's go and have a tour about and then come back. Just want to see if I'd missed anything here. Tried to translate this sign last time, but it doesn't mean anything.
Crisparkle Lane. Nothing crisp or sparkly about it. I wonder how many layers of advertisements you'd have to cut through before getting to the...
That almost looks like it's a poster there, or maybe it's just the plaster come off the wall. Oh, it's probably the plaster. Oh, and we had this drain. There was something down there and we couldn't reach it.
Yesterday's rain has made the water level rise significantly. Is it just me, or does it look like there's something resting at the bottom of the drain?
If there is, I have no way of getting to it through the drain cover.
Yesterday, is it just...
If there is...
Oh, a bolt.
Securely fastened, unfortunately for you. If only there was some way to undo these bolts and remove the drain cover.
Right, so... Right, that's maybe triggered something. The sewer worker, he might have a spanner.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Right, I'll make it quick.
Would you be able to remove the cover of a storm drain?
Yes, of course, sir. Cormac's got the right tool for the job. Just a few twists from old Mary here, and any drain will open up like a Christmas rose.
Excellent. Would you be able to open the storm drain outside the Silent Raven?
Suppose so, yes. But Cormac ain't allowed to just open up drains as he sees fit. What do you want this drain open for?
That's not good done. That on your phone itself, or... On the router, okay. I presume you turned the router off for half a minute and back on. We find that helps a lot because it resets the speed connection at the telephone exchange end.
I believe there's a vital piece of evidence at the bottom of the drain.
You don't say.
It's quite true. It may even help me solve a murder.
Well then, in that case, Cormac will get the drain open for you. Come on, there's not a moment to lose. This it then?
That's the one.
Right, won't be a moment. There we are.
Thank you for your help, Cormac.
Not a problem. Now, if you don't mind, Cormac's just going to pop inside for a quick pint.
Whilst he's here. Okay, let's see what we can
Detective
find.
work is a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Don't forget to roll up your sleeve.
I really hope there's something down there. Ugh. This is almost as bad as the time I had to search for that stolen necklace in a pile of horse manure.
I'm really glad I didn't draw the short straw in that case.
Oh, the gun.
Well, how about that?
Wish the police had found this so I wouldn't have to carry it around.
Nothing else down there.
Okay, let's go back to the police station. Now that we've found our weapon.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
I found this pistol at the scene of the Lespay crime. Did you take a look and see if it was used to murder him?
It's all slimy. Where was it?
Sitting at the bottom of a storm drain.
Oh, I suppose that's not as exciting as finding it inside someone's intestines. Did I ever tell you about that post-mortem, by the way?
No, I certainly don't want to hear about it now. How long will it take you to analyze that pistol?
I should have something conclusive within the hour, if you don't mind waiting.
No, it'll give me some time to gather my thoughts.
Right. I've concluded my analysis, and this gun was definitely used to shoot Mr. Lespay. The bullet I removed from his body is a perfect match.
Thank you, Edwards. That is extremely helpful.
There's one more thing. I cleaned off some of the muck and found the initials JB etched into the handle.
Interesting.
My expertise with guns is purely forensic, so I can't determine if this is the gun's maker or the initials of its owner. That's going to have to be your job.
Thank you, Edwards. Help is always appreciated. I'll be going now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham.
So from going from being completely stuck and saying unsolved, we now have a murder weapon. We have a description of person. Let's see if Upton has had any response. All points bulletin.
Can we talk?
Certainly.
Don't have to do
Can I
this
try
again.
giving you that?
No,
Sure.
right.
Could.
He's tall.
All right.
Say brown here.
Yes.
Good. That will be helpful. All right. I'll put out the.
Don't have
All
anything
right.
new there.
Thanks, Up.
JB. I wonder if we go talk to Emily. See if she knows anybody with initials JB.
Have you got time for a few more questions?
Yes,
No.
Those are all the...
all right.
JB. See if she knows anybody with initials JB. If Cormac's still in here. Oh, he is.
She doesn't seem the type for idle chat. Best wait until you've got something to ask her.
Could be.
Let's not stick around here if there's nothing more to ask about right now. I don't think he'll be much more help at the moment.
What's in
That
there?
leads into a room with even more dead things. It's such a...
Not many people we can ask.
He won't have anything relevant to tell us right now. Call me old-fashioned, but I've always...
JB. Don't have anywhere to go to ask him.
I guess Ronan won't be realizing his world travel dreams now. Death really has a way of messing up your plans.
I thought we were going to get somewhere. Yeah, I need to keep drinking fluids of some sort. Whiskey would be fine. Customs of the Orient. We're missing something. They are. We need somewhere else to go. No? I just got one. One came up. Oh, we're getting to knock again.
No answer.
Oh.
Looks like you blew your chances with this place.
Yeah, we asked the wrong thing. I'd prefer going to the toilet. We need to find out where to get the gun checked out, the initials on it.
Can we talk for...
Certainly.
Yeah, let's ask her.
How are things with you?
Better than last week, but plenty of feathers still ruffled around here.
What happened?
You have to ask. Snelling was not happy with you turning up at the Latham crime scene. He was a right inquisition around here. Snelling going around to interrogate everyone, trying to ferret out a leak.
So he suspects.
I'm afraid so. I managed to calm him down some and divert suspicion. He thinks someone on the force is speaking to the Gazette, not to you directly.
Well, that's some kind of relief. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Oh, don't worry about me. Well, maybe worry about me a little.
Did we get anything
Can I
on
try
this?
giving-
No,
Sure.
I don't want to go through the description again.
He's tall.
Oh.
I'm sure. Yes.
Good. All right. All right.
Thanks, Upton.
Can't talk to him.
I don't think I...
Read them already.
I don't think... I feel sorry for the poor slob who has to clean that out.
Stuck. I'm not quite sure how we can progress this. Outside the Silent Raven. let's go. Oh, Cormac's not there. Oh, maybe we can go down the sewers and check stuff out. Cormac's not there. Oh, the sewers is away, so we can't. What are we missing? I don't know. If anybody's got any ideas? I don't know where to go. I obviously haven't triggered something. Yeah, I'm in that like looking at up walkthroughs, but where are we? Um, that's a different one. Wait, that's done that one. Trying to find the right case here. Facebook 6. Here's the voting. Found the key. Click on the letters. Done that. Description of strange man. We've got that. Search the area outside. We found. Look at the bolt. Go to the bar. Talk to the barmaid. Water treatment. Got the pistol. The opium den, we haven't managed to. He's. Darius isn't there. We needed to talk to Darius. I don't think we can manage it since we can't get into the opium den. Talk to Upton using the info from the taxidermy shop clerk, the barmaid, and Darius. See, I don't think we can manage it because we mucked up the. Yeah, because I couldn't get into the opium den. I said the wrong thing there and they won't let me in. So I can't. Darius is in there. We need to talk to Darius. Just no way to get in there.
No answer. Looks like you blew your chances with this place.
Yeah, that's the only thing I haven't liked about this game, is you can fail but not know you've failed in a bit, and then it lets you carry on. I think we're just going to have to go and say it's unsolvable.
A very wise man once told...
Have you got time for a few more questions, Mrs. Morgan?
Yes, of
Let's wrap up the case.
I've completed my investigation of your brother's murder, Mrs.
Can't
Morgan.
get anywhere in.
You have?
I'm afraid I don't know.
What?
I had some leads, but I botched things. I wasn't able to follow through. I'm sorry.
Well, some detective you turned out to be. I can't understand why you were so highly recommended.
Again, I'm truly sorry, Mrs. Morgan. Perhaps I can...
No, that's quite enough. I don't need you to grovel. Just go away.
Good day to you, Mrs. Morgan.
You know, Miles, you've been coming in here a lot lately, but you've never looked quite this glum. What's going on?
I've bungled things pretty badly at home. Been staying with a friend the past couple of weeks.
I see. What happened?
I haven't been honest with my wife. Coming here and drowning my sorrows hasn't really helped, oddly enough. And yet, it's all I can do to keep from going crazy.
You know, Miles, I've seen and heard a lot of things over the years. Some of the stories would turn your hair white. But through it all, I've come to learn one thing. It's usually not too late to make things better, but only if you let yourself try.
Thank you for the advice, Patrick.
All I can do is give it, Miles. Whether you choose to take it or not is entirely up to you. Now, would you like another gin?
No, thank you. This time I really do need to be on my way.
Yeah, because if we'd managed to talk to Darius, he doesn't recognize Rohan, but he heard a gunshot and a man shouting Priscilla. Singh and Tom also visits the opium den. Darius describes a strange man he saw outside the Silent Raven, so we get extra details for that, and we get a new place to go visit, St. Denis's Cathedral. Got red hair, we don't know that. We get told he's got red hair. We get an immediate response at that point. Harvey Presser was arrested, so we then get to go to the jail, the Presser residence. Harvey is a traveling salesman, which takes him out of town for a few days at a time. Learn how and why Ronan came to be in that part of the city, drunk and wearing clothes that weren't his. Then we can go talk to a sailor at the bar known as Jimbo. SS Priscilla is the name of the ship. Then we got then we can go to the cathedral. Tom Puffin, while he's out of the way attending to the prayer candles, click on the chest to find a letter addressed to Ned. Talk to Tom. Ned is his nephew. Then we go to Ned's residence. Priscilla is Ned's lady in love. He's arranged liaison, but he hasn't met Priscilla yet. But heaps of other places that we get then. So the suspect is this Tom Puffin. So just because. Yeah, just because I didn't manage to get into that opium den. We missed out on so much there. Yeah, she is, isn't she?
I should go and see how my wife is doing.
I see. Well, have a good night, Miles. And good luck to you.
Who in the ether? Miles? This is a surprise.
Decided to forgive you.
Hello, Addie. It's wonderful to see you. May I please come in?
I suppose so. Was there something you wanted to talk about?
I've given it a lot of thought, and I think it's time I finally told you the truth.
Miles, what are you doing? You know this is a terrible idea.
The truth?
About why I've been acting the way I have been since Bill died.
Well, go on. I'm listening.
Don't do it, Miles. You know it's a one-way ticket to Riverview if you do.
I've been hearing Bill's voice ever since he died.
Fordham, what is wrong with you?
His voice?
I can't believe this! You've just destroyed your life! I hope you realize that!
Yes, in my head, at all hours. That's why I was taking the soporific. It was the only way to keep him quiet. Or so I thought. Turns out that alcohol has the same effect.
What does he say to you?
The type of things he'd say when he was alive. Snarky comments, inappropriate jokes. Mainly he nags me to find the flower shop burglar. He thinks doing that will let him find peace and move on.
I see.
I told you you'd think I was crazy.
Don't be ridiculous, Miles. It's nothing like that. It's just, I wish you had told me sooner is all.
She's been hearing voices as well.
I was afraid.
Well, I'm glad you finally trusted me. You know, you could have all along.
So, you're all right with it?
It is quite a lot to take in. I think I'll need some time to mull it over. But what matters now is that we can work through this together.
I understand. Well, I should probably go. It was lovely to see you again, Addie.
Lovely to see you too, Miles.
Perhaps I'll stop by again next week?
Or sooner, if you'd like.
Sure. Like the men in white coats aren't gonna have you taken away by then.
Right. I'll see myself out then.
Good night, Miles.
If I was playing this through again, I would save it before talking to anybody new. In case I took the wrong mistake, wrong option. Yeah.
Fordham, wake up.
Huh? He just leapt over the side. I don't... Oh, Upton. What's going on?
Goodness, Fordham. You look terrible. Is everything all right?
Just had some trouble sleeping. More than usual.
Well, I hope you've rested enough, because I've got something very important to show you.
Oh, wonderful. If we're sharing information now, are you gonna tell Upton about me as well?
What is it?
There's been a murder.
There's been a murder.
I assume this one is special somehow, or you wouldn't be bringing it to me.
I thought that great detectives never assumed.
There are exceptions to every rule.
Anyway, you're right. The victim in question is a member of Parliament, a man named Percival McDonough, to be precise. But this is the real corker. The murder is clearly the work of the Justice Killer.
The Justice Killer? Is that the mass murderer I've been hearing about?
The very same.
Why Justice Killer, though?
It's part of his modus operandi. He kills his victims with a single gunshot to the head, then writes the word justice somewhere in the room with the victim's blood.
Talk about melodramatic.
The police are stumped. This is the killer's 5th victim, and there isn't a single lead.
So you want me to investigate?
Not just yet. First, I need you to look at these sketches.
Crime scene sketches? Upton, are you allowed to have these?
Relax, Fordham. These are just copies I made with the station's ferroduplicator. These killings need to stop, and I believe you can succeed where the department has so far failed.
So, what am I looking for?
The police went over each crime scene with a fine-toothed comb and turned up practically no useful physical evidence. I want a second opinion from you. If you can find some sort of link between them, it might be possible to track this monster down.
Yeah, they were good
It's a shot in
films.
the dark.
I like
I
them.
can't guarantee I'll find anything that the police didn't see, but it's worth a look.
Here are the 4 sketches. Have a look at them and see if you notice anything that might help us find this maniac.
He is. I haven't seen those for a long time. I'll have to watch them again. Police sketch.
Whoever drew this was a hack. That looks more like a piece of toast than a flower. If only you hadn't told Adelaide about me, I might share my thoughts with you. As it is, you're on your own. What's the point? It's not like you're actually going to be able to investigate this case.
That's it. There's the same flower, look.
Oh, were you hoping for some witty insight? Shame, because you're not getting any. I'm sure this is terribly relevant, but I've got nothing to say about it. I don't feel like looking at dead bodies right now. Is there something more exciting we could be doing?
Yeah, they don't often show them, do they? As well, which you would think because he was such a good actor, they would show the films more. Maybe they're don't want people to copy them these days, as in vigilante things. There's the flower again.
I'm really not in the mood to be analyzing crime scene sketches right now. Yeah, he's dead. Big deal. Boring.
Right, last one. Same flower.
Boring, just like everything else in this sketch.
Interesting.
Oh, what? You actually found something without my help? I'm shocked. Wait, what's that? I see an important clue. Nah, just kidding. Maybe you should write crazy over your bed. Boring.
Right, so it's definitely the flower.
Upton?
What is it, Fordham?
About those crime scene sketches.
Yes?
I think I found a connection.
I knew you would. What is it?
There's a single flower at each crime scene. They look deliberately placed.
There is? Let me have a look. You're right. 1 lily at each scene.
Wait, what did you say?
These flowers, they're lilies. Easter lilies, I think.
I don't believe it.
Upton, this is incredible. This is the lead I've been searching for.
The eyes.
What? You mean for another case?
The flower shop burglar. He was stealing Easter lilies. And I distinctly remember him saying something about his desire to uphold justice. At the time, I thought it was just the rambling of a lunatic, but now it seems so obvious.
So the flower shop burglar is the justice killer?
It seems too much of a coincidence otherwise.
Well, then that's wonderful. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Excellent work, Fordham. I knew you could do it.
What exactly are the details regarding this justice killer?
The killings began a few months ago, and so far he's claimed 5 victims. The department wanted to keep this information out of the public eye to prevent a panic, but word has gotten out. On the bright side, it makes your involvement in the case much less suspicious.
What can you tell me about the previous victims?
4 men from Chumley: Hannibal Kirkland, Reggie Willingham, Ennis Bowditch, and Burley Cause. No known connection between any of them aside from the borough they lived in. I have copies of the police reports from each of the crime scenes. Go ahead and take them.
Thank you, Upton. What are the details regarding the killer's latest victim?
As I mentioned, the victim is Percival McDonough, a member of Parliament. He was found this morning by his secretary in his office. I expect the official investigation is still underway.
So the killer managed to get into the Houses of Parliament. No easy feat.
You can say that again. It's the killer's first high-profile victim. It means he's getting bolder.
I suppose I'll have to drop by and see for myself. Everything all right with you?
Oh, I'm getting by. I expect things will go back to normal once this killer is caught.
I haven't worn out my welcome here yet, have I?
No, you're still tolerable. But when was the last time you washed your hair?
You're starting to sound like Adelaide. I should get back to it.
Not a bad idea.
Right. I think I have enough information to get started. I think I'll begin with...
Odd. I wasn't expecting company.
Snelling.
Chief Snelling?
Oh, I was right.
Uh-oh.
Upton, we need to talk. Fordham, I should have guessed I'd find you here.
Chief Snelling, aren't you supposed to be out trying to catch the Justice Killer?
Appropriate that you should bring that up, Fordham. That's precisely why I'm here. Those are some rather interesting decorations. Would either of you care to explain how they got here?
And once again, the jig is up. I hope you can talk your way out of this one, too.
I brought them here, after I made duplicates and took them from the police department.
Nice try, Fordham, but I know for a fact that isn't true. The Ferroduplicator makes a report of every employee who uses it, as well as what was copied. A rather useful feature for instances such as these. Wouldn't you agree?
These gadgets are going to be the undoing of us all.
In any case, I did some digging and discovered some intriguing information. Upton, why have you been passing on classified police information to Mr. Fordham?
Because he's the best detective you ever had on the force, and you know it.
Is that right? Personally, I don't consider getting your partner killed the mark of a great detective. But what's done is done. Constance Upton,
Oh no,
your
she
employment
sucked.
with the New Britannia Police Department is hereby terminated.
But
I should add that it's only because of your 25 years of dedicated service that I'm not pressing charges against you. But as for you, Fordham, I have enough evidence to place you under arrest for obstruction of justice and interfering with police investigations. Do you have anything to say in your defense before I take you in for questioning?
We have to go with the top one.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I know who the Justice Killer is.
Fordham, if this is your idea of a diversion...
It's true. I found a link in the sketches of the crime scenes.
All right, let's hear it then. What do you think you found?
I'll tell you if you promise to let me take the case.
Out of the question, Fordham. This is a police matter.
And the police haven't made progress in months. Fordham figured it out in a matter of minutes. Admit it, Snelling. Fordham is your best shot at finding the killer. Are you gonna let your personal differences with the people of this